Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is not your typical usual setup, but this is like a similar background to my normal videos, which brings me to my point. Today I am going to be bringing you a vanity tour. So I had this idea that I wanted to document my first vanity that I ever bought for myself, that I started my YouTube with, and obviously I hope to keep my makeup collection growing and to get a bigger vanity and a bigger space, because right now I do film in my bedroom. So my goal one day is obviously to have a separate room. That would be crazy. I thought I would document my first setup and how that's been going and just show you how I organize my makeup. This is not going to be an in-depth makeup stash video. If you want to see that, let me know. I could break it down by categories or something like that, because I don't obviously have as much makeup as like the mainstream beauty guru, because obviously I'm tiny. I buy all my makeup myself. My makeup collection is pretty, not humble, but it's definitely not super extensive. So let me know if you want to see me talk about all of my products in a given category at once. I would be happy to share that with you. But I thought I would just show you how I kind of store my makeup for now, what works for me if you only have a limited space like I currently do. So without further ado, if you want to see me kind of take you around, not take you around because it's literally 1/4 of my room. If you want to see me show you everything that I have right now, don't forget to please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when I post, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. All right, nothing to do but to do it, I guess. Welcome to my setup. Oh, hello. Yes, so this is my setup. My vanity is obviously tiny. I purchased mine on Amazon. It originally came with this mirror that I have back here, but obviously I took it down so I could put my ring light here. There's my camera that doesn't work half the time, so I actually end up having to film on my phone a lot of the times because my camera battery dies really quickly, whatever. That's a whole other issue I am dealing with. But yeah, I got my ring light from Amazon as well. I put this vanity together myself. It wasn't difficult at all. As you can see, it's very small, but I liked the white because it goes with my white furniture. I don't know if you guys can see that I have white. I've done a room tour before, like over a year ago. I'll link it down below if you want to see. But yeah, pretty much all of my furniture in my room is really white. I like that because my window lets in a lot of natural light, so I really love that. I guess, should I take you to my desk or my makeup first? Let's talk about my desk. This is like the true vanity setup. Mirror, I also purchased from Amazon. Don't mind me, I'm also wearing Christmas leggings right now. Hey. This is my mirror that I purchased from Amazon. It's like, I used to have a bunch of different mirrors. This is the one where you can turn on the light, and I really like how it's tri-fold. There's me. Hey. Yeah, this is nice. It has a little light. It takes up a lot of room on my vanity, I will say. As you can see, I don't have a lot of free space on my vanity. I actually just recently got this holder because I was running out of room for my lip products, so I wanted to get a whole other container just for my glosses. I found a bunch of other brushes from AOA Studio that I just shoved in here as well because they don't fit in my brush thing. I need to figure out a better way to store this because, okay, I purchased this from Amazon over a year ago in my BH Cosmetics Amazon haul that I did, and I really liked it at first, and I still do like it. I think it's so functional because this is actually quite large. I've just jam-packed it full with all of my brushes, but this is like perfect to lay on my vanity because it comes with different compartments. So I organize it by like foundation brushes, powder brushes, blush, highlight, other brushes. But obviously, as my collection is growing, I'm going to run out of space. And then back here, I have some of my setting sprays, and then I keep the Morphe one separate from it because I use this all the time. I'm actually going today to get a new one because I'm almost out of it. These are some makeup remover pads from Amazon by Andrea's, and they're really nice because they are circular, so they're really small. You're not wasting a whole wipe to just wipe away swatches or anything like that. And then I recently started, because I'm a Bath & Body Works fanatic, as you guys may know. I'll link my spring haul above and below, but I actually recently just cleaned out all the wax from one of my containers. I use 2 of them in my bathroom as my hair accessory things, and then this is where I store my sponges. I used to use them in these, but they're actually quite small, and I only had 3 of them, and obviously I have more than 3 sponges. This is the one I used today, which is why it's dirty and it's sitting in its own holder. But when they're dry, I mean, this one I used to bake, but the rest of these are clean, like my Eco Tool sponge, my Beauty Blender, this is the Morphe sponge, and this is the flour sponge. I'll put it in here. And this is basically the format that my vanity will stay in. And then every morning when I pick up my makeup, I'll put the rest of it right here, and then I'll just swap them out day in, day out. And yeah, these are all my eye brushes. And then I recently developed a new system where whatever eye brushes that I use go into this container so I know which ones I used. This is actually super helpful for me because when I wash my brushes every 2 weeks-ish, sometimes more than that, but every 2 weeks must, I'll know exactly which to use. I don't have to dig through here and be like, which ones did I use? Which ones did I not? So that's nice. Again, this is where my lip glosses are. These two things sit on my vanity at all times. My tweezer, these are from Revlon. They're not cruelty-free, but I can't find better ones. Let me know if you know of a cruelty-free alternative down below. I've had these for literally 5 years and they're still going strong, so I'm loyal to these. And the only eyelash curler I ever use, the Tarte Lash Curler. It doesn't pull out your lashes. It's so easy to use. I love it. These live on my vanity at all times. And then there's one little drawer here, which obviously I knew when I purchased this vanity, this would not be able to house all of my makeup. So I put kind of like my travel palettes in here. You have like, I don't know, a sharpener, some kind of like color swatch brush thing that my roommates got me a couple years ago. Cover FX face palette, eyeshadow palette, just kind of like random travel palettes or bronzer, blush, highlight palettes. They live in here. Okay, so now I guess we go over here. As I said, this is very simple. I do like this vanity. It's very sturdy, but for me as someone with a lot of makeup, I could obviously use a lot more space. But again, this just works perfectly in the corner of my room. And but yeah, I mean, things are constantly falling off of it. I'm not gonna lie, because I have a lot of makeup. So yeah, and then this stool is actually quite nice. It's really padded, it's comfortable to sit on, but I do end up having to flip it over and tighten the screws quite often because it's not like the most sturdy all the time, but that's fine. Anyway, this is where I house all of my empties. So you can see I'm kind of building up from the last time I did it. I'll probably do another empties video in the next month or so, but this is where I always like throw away my trash. I put it in here, I talk about it, and then I take it to the recycling. This is right next to my dresser which houses like my t-shirts, things like that, that stays here. And then this is where I have the rest of my makeup. And I got this drawer set from Target, I believe, and it was under $50. I want to, like, for sure it was under $50, and it's nice for now. I definitely want to upgrade my storage soon because it's just like plastic drawers, and they're sturdy, they're durable, but I'm not able to put in dividers or organize my makeup exactly the way I want to, so things always kind of get messy and all over the place, but I try to keep a method to the madness. So let's start with up here. This is where I house the rest of my lip products, eye products, things like that. They all live right here. I got this from, crap, I don't remember where I got this. I got this lipstick holder from Amazon. Obviously, I'm spilling out of it. I'm telling myself that I shouldn't buy more lipsticks because I don't have like the storage for them. I definitely want to buy a bigger lipstick holder, but this is just kind of where I store my OGs. And then on the sides here, I store like random stuff like my lip balm, Cover FX drops, and then this anti-chafing thigh gel. Perfect and necessary for summer. And then, yeah, I got this holder. Oh, crap, I'm so sorry. I don't remember where I got it, but you can find these on Amazon, things like that. And I just plop these two containers right on top for my lip products and then keep the rest for like miscellaneous, eye, blah, blah, blah. So I've split these two categories into nudes and then bold colors. I just realized that I had too many nudes that I had to dedicate one part of this collection to it, and even then it's like kind of tight and spilling out, but whatever. So I keep all of my nude mauve shades and then my more deep, fun, vibrant shades here. And then in this drawer we have concealers part 1, and I say part 1 because I have my big fat Joa concealer. That's great, but it doesn't fit in my concealer drawer. As I said, I'm growing my makeup collection, obviously, so these are going to be spilling out. This is where I keep my concealers. Yeah, this is just how I decided to split my makeup up. Obviously, everyone is different, but yeah, this is like my concealers, and then over here I have like lash products, eyeliners, eyeshadow primers, things like that. They all live in here, and as I mentioned in the intro, if you guys want to see me go into depth, I would be happy to do that. And then here is like my mascara and brow drawer, so I'll keep my mascaras kind of horizontally on this side, and then eyeliners, other eyeliners, mostly eyebrow products and gels on this side, and then a random lip liner that should be in this top drawer. I'll put that back. Then I have this drawer, which is basically just a very, like, I don't know, it's a random drawer. It has my battery charger for my camera, a couple of these eye lights, like liquid eyeshadows, a fan, which is really helpful, tied to goes, I don't know, some tape. This is like my miscellaneous drawer, okay? Everybody's got to have one of those. And we move down here to my main stack of drawers. So just as a heads up, I have these two drawers kind of organized. This one's a hot mess and always will be. This is a hot mess, kind of always will be. And then my palette drawer is also somewhat organized. So let's kind of work our way top down. Starting with the first drawer up here, I put my bronzers and my powders together. I have my bronzers in the back here and then my powders in the front here, and they do kind of get jumbled inevitably because they don't have individual containers, but I decided to put these together because I put blushes and highlights together and I just felt like kind of made the most sense. I will say though, my Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder pretty much lives on my vanity at all times because I use it no matter what makeup I am doing. So yeah, but I just kind of put this in here for the sake of the video. And I kind of like how I can take these drawers out to organize. So that's what I did to do this situation right here. As you can see, not super fancy, but it gets the job done. And then second drawer, that's Maple barking at birds because she's sunbathing on the patio. Second drawer, as I mentioned, we have my blushes and my highlights. Again, let me know if you want me to go into depth about all the different ones I have. I can tell you the pros and cons, what I like about each. Well, obviously, mostly pros because I have these and I love pretty much all of them except for a few. But yes, I have my blushes back here, highlights in the front. My highlights are kind of weird to organize. There's like weird gaps that are off-putting because they don't fit properly. Like this Wet n Wild shimmer palette's like huge, and then you have some super tiny ones like the J-Cat one. I had my ColourPop Super Shock Cheek that I mentioned in my last video in my go back because ever since I filmed that video, I was like, hey, I should just take this on the go with me anyway. So that's in there. But yeah, and then I kind of have my blushes organized by color. So on my left side, it's more of my peachy corals, and then my right side is more of like my nudes and my roses. So yes, that situation. Nothing else really to say about that. Oh God. Then we have this is a weird tanning mitt, and then I keep like other stuff in here. Like this is like a body blur thing. But anyway, aside from these two random products, I have my foundations and my primers in here. And I am so sorry this is a mess. I can never seem to get this drawer organized. No matter how I may lay it out, it doesn't sit nicely because they're just like bottles and it's like a deeper drawer, so every time I pull in and out it always kind of gets jumbled. But yeah, obviously I need to find a better organization because literally all of my primers are jumbled among all of my foundations. So there's not like one specific side that belongs to one product. They're kind of jumbled together. I even have a Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist in here because I love this for the body. Obviously, I don't put it on my face. I'm very oily. But yeah, as you can see, all of my foundations, my primers, complexion stuff in here because it's the biggest drawer, and obviously this is probably the heaviest drawer because foundations are very heavy because of glass bottles and things like that. Then we go down here. This is also a very miscellaneous drawer. This is where I keep my lashes, a random hairbrush, obviously. This is my travel brush case, or it was before I got a new travel case, which I'll probably store my brushes in there now. Some random tape, like beauty accessories, this nail polish holder. I have like sample size travel perfumes. And then last but not least is my palette drawer. If you want to see me talk about all of these palettes, let me know. I'm also going to be buying more, obviously, in the future. So yes, but this is kind of how I felt the drawer best fit all of my palettes. I kind of keep my bigger ones standing up on the side, and then, you know, look at the mirrors, and then obviously kind of more of my square palettes in the center / well, front and center, I should say. Smaller palettes off to the right to fit in this little like nook, and then my longer palettes like my Soft Glam, my Makeup Revolution, my Too Faced Sweet Peach kind of go on the side. There's like this big Morphe one that I actually really love. This is the palette I actually wore on my graduation day, and I kind of want to do recreating my graduation day makeup. I'll pop a picture on the screen right here. But it's almost been 2 years since I graduated college, and I'm just now thinking like I would love to do a recreation makeup tutorial because this is the palette I used, full of really great neutrals and plums. I love this guy. Then I have this fat like ColourPop thing with a lot of Super Shock shadows, and yeah, I mean, this is maybe not the best way to store my palettes, but it definitely works. So there we have it, you guys. This is an overview, very brief overview of kind of how I store my makeup, what I do, how I keep it. This is basically all you need to get started, and obviously having a whole set of drawers may even be excessive to the everyday woman or boy doing makeup, but this is what works for me because I love makeup. I spend so much of my discretionary money on it, and yeah, I love it. But anyway, all right everyone, and that is it for my vanity tour slash makeup storage collection tour. I hope you enjoyed an overview. I hope it was helpful at all. As you can see, I'm really not working with a lot of space, but I tried to make the most out of what I have. Leave me a comment down below if you have any kind of storage tips, what you do. I would love to know, and also let me know if you do want to see any of those stash videos in depth. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Mwah! Bye!